What's going on, y'all? Oh boy. Alright, so I have still been stretching. Now, yesterday I stretched briefly because I waited kind of late, but I just did like a standing hamstring stretch and stretched my left quadratus lumborum back here, and just brief stretches. But I have still been stretching nightly, and I've seen improvement. So now I can kind of stand up and touch my toes somewhat. But anyhow, the thought that I had, of like what I wanted to kind of mention while I was stretching on here tonight is basically, you know, my channel is called Back to Basics Fitness, and that really describes like my whole philosophy, because I've always been a fan of not necessarily the most snazzy, newest fitness stuff, just kind of like the very basic, tried and true principles. And one of those things to me is that one of the things about the tried and true basic stuff is that it's kind of boring. When you look out in the world, there's a lot of fitness fads, and I'm not against, you know, a lot of those things. I'm not at all. I'm not. I just like, you know, a lot of times I think that the way that our world is, there's so much, you know, so many options. There's so many cool fitness, like I say, fads and whatnot. And so I think that sometimes we kind of tend to overlook, again, like I say, the tried and true fitness principles. And one of those principles is basically just the principle of just getting in there and doing the basic, boring stuff. Like, even for example, this here, even though I like stretching, okay, I mean, sort of, it's not really, you know, it's not fun per se. It's like after you finish stretching, you actually feel looser and a little bit more relaxed, I guess. But it's boring. You know, you're just here, you know, and you're doing this stuff and you feel uncomfortable. But the thing that I tend to love the most about stretching and doing a lot of these boring kind of routine things is that I know I'm getting somewhere. I know that I'm moving in a direction. I know that I'm getting more flexible when I do this. When I do my 250 chair dips on Mondays and Thursdays, I know that I'm growing my triceps. You know, even when I first started doing those, you know, I wanted to try to see if those would work. And like, I've been doing it for several months now, and I can definitely see growth of my triceps. You know, so those kind of things have made me a fan of the boring. They really have, you know, they really have. So like, again, I like other stuff too. I like other stuff too, but I don't have to do a lot of new kind of stuff. Again, just don't misunderstand what I'm saying. Like, are they, like, you know, fads, you know, or like more snazzy things, you know, like CrossFit or different type of fitness classes and stuff like that. Like, I think that stuff is great. I really do. But again, you know, give me push-ups, pull-ups, dips, stretching, squats, sprints. It's those basic staples, because I can do them anywhere. You know, and because I can, you know, like literally I can kind of drop in the middle of the day and get it in, you know, and then I don't have to pay for anything either. Now, I did have to pay for like a pull-up bar or whatever, but you know, a one-time fee for like one piece of equipment basically that gets you in excellent shape. Like, you can't beat it. And being able to like do something like pull your whole body weight up it's pretty cool. It's a pretty great thing to be able to do. So like, I say, I say all that to say, you know, if it's boring, you know, don't frown at it. Don't frown at the boring stuff. Ooh, yeah, I'm still kind of bad in this stretch, but me doing this has helped me in the standing version. So really what I do is, as you see, I kind of grab close to my ankles. I kind of go closer and closer. And I actually use my upper body strength to pull my body forward. And I feel it a lot in a lot of my hamstrings. For some reason, well, I kind of know why, but for some reason I feel it a lot in this leg. And I believe that's because like a general imbalance that I've had for quite a while. That could even be linked to me dislocating my shoulder back in April of 2018. But you know, cause well, it's a long story. I won't get into all that. But anyhow, I use my upper body strength to kind of pull me forward, get a good stretch. Get a good stretch in there. And eventually I'll be able to grab my feet and stuff like that. And I'm determined to keep on recording until you guys see that. Let me do another butterfly, then I'll probably do the standing version and see what happens while I'm here on the camera. But yeah, be boring with your fitness, because you can't really go wrong with those basic fundamentals. You know, like I say, body weight exercise, calisthenics, running. I don't do a lot of long distance running, even though I do a 5K every now and then. I'll do a lot of long distance running, but I like to do a lot of intervals, 400-meter intervals. I like to do sprint intervals, you know, things like that, where you kind of like get your system going and you kind of go back to like a walk or a slow jog, and then you go back up into pretty much like a close to a sprint or an all-out sprint. You know, those things that kind of help you to do the very basic fundamental human movements, squats, lunges. I love lunges. You know, coming in and day out, because I've seen in my life and in my fitness experience, I've seen where all I did was I just was consistent with those staples, those staple body weight moves, even stuff like stretching and whatnot. I just kept on coming back, kept on, you know, because I tell you this too, and this is something I talk about every now and then, but like very early in my fitness career, so to speak, not really my career, but whenever I was really kind of trying to find my place in fitness, and when I was a teenager, lifting weights, wanting to build muscles, because I was very skinny, and I kept on changing programs because I would read, you know, the fitness magazines and whatnot, and this bodybuilder would say this and that bodybuilder would say that, and, you know, these dudes were huge, and so I was like changing my workouts every time I read one of those magazines, until I finally gave up and kind of just started doing my own thing, and kind of started focus on calisthenics for various reasons. And then I just did the same thing again and again and again. That's when I saw results. That's when I saw results. Now I could have gotten results with the weightlifting and stuff too, but I just wasn't like just kind of coming back and again. I guess the moral of the story is you really just gotta find something to keep on doing. You gotta be consistent. You gotta be consistent. You gotta just stick in there and just kind of do the same thing again and again, because the way your body changes is, it's the same way, like for example, when a kid learns to walk, they keep on trying to learn to walk, and at first they're all wobbly and stuff, but they keep on trying to do the same thing, and it gets better, and it gets better and better and better. They get more muscle tone in their legs, more strength, and then their gait, their walking pattern becomes more normal. And but that's because they kind of keep on coming back to do the same thing again and again. And I think that's really the biggest thing that we all need to do. Biggest thing we all need to do. So, anyhow, all right. I just let it be it. I do my standing stretch off camera, but be boring. Be boring with your fitness. I mean, do whatever you want to do. Lift weight. When you do need to do some kind of strength training, you need to do some kind of cardio. You should stretch too. But the main thing is just keep on coming back. Consider doing the same workout again and again and again and again and again. That to me, more than anything, is the key to getting results with this health and fitness stuff. Period. Because again, when we're dealing with health issues, a lot of times it is because we were doing the same thing again and again and again, just in a negative way. And it eventually manifested with some sort of health issue. And so if that is the way that happens, then it can happen in a reverse way too, right? All right, y'all. That's good enough. As we get older, it becomes increasingly important to maintain and build muscle. Muscle helps you burn fat, stay mobile, and can contribute to longevity. However, many people have no idea how to work out to build muscle. My mini workout series on Patreon provides you with my bodyweight mini workout video library. These workouts use little to no equipment, which means that you can do them in the privacy of your own home. They start at beginner level and progress from there to ensure you continue to see results. Every workout is a full body workout, hitting chest, back, legs, and glutes, as well as other muscles in between. Become a patron today and receive access to my series of mini workouts, plus access to a digital copy of my book, 8 Weeks to Transform Your Diet and Your Health. By combining the workouts with healthy diet changes, as outlined in my book, you'll definitely be on your way to weight loss, improved health, and visible results. Join me at patreon.com/SeanB2B Fitness today.